Everybody, it is Source here, and today I'm not going to be doing a gaming video, but I'm actually going to be doing a tutorial video on how to set up a server for Unturned. So if you guys look up here, I have one set up here, and it's got a lot of stuff in it. I will be going over how you will do all of that in this tutorial. So I know this is a big help for a lot of people, but also the one needed thing for a permanent server that you want other people to be able to join is you have to be able to port forward. I will not be going over port forwarding in this tutorial, but I may go over that in a later tutorial on something else. Port forwarding is relatively simple, and you can look up a tutorial somewhere online, but I'm not going to be doing that in this video. Alright, so to start off, to make an Unturned server, what you're first going to need is you're going to need all the Unturned files for your computer. It is very important that you don't make the server out of your Unturned files, because then it can corrupt your game. So what you're going to do is you have to navigate to your Steam Unturned folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to my library. This is one way to do it. If you click on Unturned, and you hit, where is it? You right click on it, and you need to find, let's see, I can't remember exactly how to do this. Properties, update, local files. And so you're going to hit Browse Local Files. What this is going to do is it's going to open up your Unturned folder within the Steam folder. So the Steam folder looks like this: Steam Apps, Common, Unturned. What you're going to need to do is you need to copy every single thing in this folder. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do that and then hit copy. Alright, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a new folder on our desktop, and we're going to name that folder whatever we want. So we're just going to say server for now. And then what we're going to do, the heck, alright, now we're going to rename you back to drive. Look at that, my computer's being dumb. So we're going to take this server folder, and we are going to paste everything that we just had into that folder. So this could take a second, sometimes it doesn't, but it just depends on your computer. So you're just going to have to give it a second, let it do this with all the files. Come on, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. We're getting there, guys. Almost done. Alright. And 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 8, 99, 100% complete. Alright, now there's two ways to go about the next part of making a server. The first is, some people would like a server that automatically restarts whenever it's shut down. This is a very nice thing, but I will be going over that later. So the first thing that you're going to do is, if you really want a server, and you don't need to worry about it automatically restarting, you're just going to right click on this unturned.exe file, and you're going to hit create shortcut. Alright, and so you're going to take this shortcut, put it on your desktop, and just rename it. I'm going to rename it server. And so now we won't need this for now. So you're going to take that there, and you're going to right click and hit properties. And what you need to do is you need to take this target box here, and you're going to put quotations on each end, and you're going to hit hyphen no graphics hyphen batch mode plus, and then you're going to do secure server, and capitalize secure here, and then you're going to do whatever you want your server name / whatever you want your server name to be. So we're going to name ours test server. Alright, and there we go. And we will hit apply. Now if we hit OK. Now what this should do is, when we double click on this here, this is the server batch box, kind of. So this is the server that you have now set up, and you are relatively good to go. Now so what we're going to do is we're going to type save, and that will save the server, and then we're going to type shutdown. And so then we can go into the server file here, and go under servers, and then we don't need this one right here, and we have test server. This is the server we just created. So we go on and we hit level is PEI, and you have server, admin list, blacklist, commands, and whitelist. Alright. So the most important thing here is commands. What you're going to do is you're going to open that up and you want to edit it. So this is commands that the server will run automatically on startup. So that means you can do things such as, let's see here. You're going to do port. You have to set a port for the server. So the default port is 27015. This is the one that I use. Keep in mind for port forwarding that if you're port forwarding for Unturned, you'll have to forward this port plus 27016 and 27017 to get Unturned servers to work properly. You're then also going to want to set your IP. This can be your local IP address, and by that you're going to do bind, and then that's not necessary, I don't believe, but you still can do it. And to give you guys an idea of other things that you could put in here, I have some from my server. So let's see here, if we go to server and commands, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and now we have this. So what this is saying is name, and this will be the name that displays in the server list. So for my current server, this is what that name is. We're going to name ours test server. Alright, and what map do we want? We're going to say, we'll go with Washington. Perspective, this sets the perspectives that can be used on the server. You can either do first, third, or both. We're going to leave that at both. You can set max players, so we're going to set, we'll say 8 on this one. You can set the mode, easy, normal, whatnot. And you can also set a welcome message for the server. So we're going to set ours as testing 1, 2, 3. And this also sets a timeout. What a timeout basically is it's saying that the max ping that a player can have before they are kicked. And then also binding to a specific IP. This is going to be your internal IP within your home network. So now if we save this file by file, save, and then what we should be able to do is now when we run the server, what it should do is it will tell you what all it has done. And now as kind of a little test, what we will do is we will open up my Unturned game here and see if it's working. Alright guys, so now we got it up, and so what you're going to do is if you want to get onto your server, you're going to hit play, go to servers, and yours is going to be listed under LAN. So if you look test server on Washington, that means if I click on that, give it a second to load here, and it should load the server that we just created. Alright, and here we are. And so to give ourselves a little test to make sure that this is working, what we can do is we can look here. Rhinocerosaurus is in here, so that would be me. And we can also do broadcast. I'm sorry, broadcast isn't a command, I don't think. Also, we did get our welcome message of testing 1, 2, 3 up there in the corner. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we are going to exit the server. Actually, we can save it. And another thing you can do is if you do need to add yourself as an admin, if you notice I'm not one right now, all you have to do is go into the server command line, type admin, and then your name. So I'm just going to type Rhino, and it should have admin me. Yep, I am now an admin. So that means that I have access to all admin commands, which means you can save the server directly from here. You can also shut down the server directly from here. Voila. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're going to have to exit out of this, and we are going to head back here. And now another useful aspect of the server is having a file that you can run that will automatically restart the server if for some reason it shuts down. So in doing this, what we're going to create is we have to create a batch file. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in this folder, right, new, and then what you're actually going to need is you're going to need to open Notepad. So you can just search for this on your computer. Once you have Notepad open, there's a certain code you need to type in. So what this code is right here. Alright? At echo off, :unturned, echo %time%, blah 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 blah. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste that right into here real quick. And we are going to, let's see here. This is test server. Make sure that is your server name. And you're just going to save that. Now what you have to do is you have to all file types. You're going to have to go to desktop. You're going to have to go to your server folder. And we're going to save this as, we will go ahead and do auto restart. You have to type .bat at the end, .bat. That's the most important part here. And you're going to go ahead and hit save, and you can close that. So now we have that auto restart. So now what we're going to do is we're going to delete our previous shortcut, and we're going to create a shortcut of this auto restart, and we will just rename that server start. And so now what we can do is we can double click on that, and that will open up this. Alright? Seem to have an issue. So we're going to go ahead and, oh, my bad, move the wrong one. So the server start, we're going to name this auto restart. And this is the one we wanted. We needed to move the shortcut. Of course I messed that up. Alright, so server start. Alright, so now if we run this one, it says unturned started. And if you notice, it will open up your bat file for the unturned. And so now, say for some reason you save the server. So, okay, it just froze. So we're going to have to give this a second, and I just got an error. You can go ahead and ignore that. So we will type in save, press enter, successfully saved. Now if the server does shut down, you will get a message up here that says, warning, unturned closer, crashed, restarting. What this will do is if you give it a couple seconds, it will restart your server. But this bat file has to be open for this to work. Now you want to make sure that you don't have an endless loop. So what you're going to do is if for some reason you do want to shut down your server for good, you're just going to close this bat file and then shut down the server. And you're good to go. And so that is that. I will add, however, guys, in the description, I will add a list of the server commands that you can use in this server file. I will add a link to that. I will also add a link to item IDs because those can be used in the loadout command. You can set a loadout for your server, which is extremely useful. Really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and yep, go ahead and please subscribe or like it. If you did like it, go ahead and comment down in the description down below if you have any questions, and I will see you guys all later. Alright, peace out.